we had started discussing this, I just wanted to make sure that I had somebody else to do it with, because yeah, I could have done it by myself. Mike could have done it by himself, but I think that sense of community, that sense of brotherhood, just makes it feel like it's something that can be accepted in a broader perspective. I can go fast on my own, but I can go farther with my brother. Even if that means just, hey, I had a bad day today.
Yep.
What do you think I could do to change my mindset? I mean, just getting somebody else on the same playing field with you, just to get through whatever it is that you're going through that day, that week, that month, whatever. It means the world to people like us, because we too often think we're doing this by ourselves, or why we're the only one going through stuff like this. Like, my wife is this, my kids are that, people at my job don't respect me, whatever. Like, everybody goes through it. And there's too many times that people think that they go through it by themselves, and it's not fair, because nobody taught us how to do this together.
Nope.
Stop crying, you're a boy. Stop acting like that, you're a boy. Don't show emotion, you're a boy. Stop talking about your feelings, you're a boy.
Yeah.
We're always taught how we need to take care of women, but nobody's ever told us how we can take care of our brothers.
Facts. And not just so much that, right? But ain't nobody really showed me how to be a father, how to be a husband. You know what I mean? I think that gets lost in all that, especially for me, you know, maybe not so much other individuals, but just kind of understanding and knowing that so at the end, like the end result would be like, okay, you know what, I've done this on my own. I've managed to figure out how to be a father, how to be a husband, how to be a son. But at the same time though, like, I just want to make this, like, just put this out there that we've managed to do things, and not to say like, okay, you know what, like pump me up and say, you know what, this is what, no, it's nothing like that. I think the angle that I'm saying is that me and Mondo have managed to figure out that there's a way to address these things that we struggle with, so that way we can be better fathers and be better sons and brothers, or whatever the case may be. But understanding, man, is just acknowledgement. That's another thing. Acknowledgement is like one of the key words throughout this whole process, man, is acknowledging that I'm messed up, acknowledging that my mind is jacked up, acknowledging that I don't know, that I struggle with, you know, interaction, whether it's large groups, small groups, people in my house, you know, that type of thing. So acknowledgement is a key word in all throughout this. But just knowing that I got him here along for this ride, man, it's been fruitful, because every day that I go to work, I check in and I'll text him and I'll hit him and, hey, Mondo, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And so we'll just kind of be back and forth. By the time you know it, our conversation ends, you know, within a couple of texts, and I'm good to go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so that's worked for me anyways, for the most part. Yeah,
me too. Like, I don't need it to be all day long, because I know I got stuff to do. I know you got stuff to do, but just that little bit of like, hey, check your temperature.
For sure.
We're good. Let's do it. Let's move on. Let's move on through the day, because that's important.
Yeah. And I think that one of the things that yes, you know, the word is great, you know, everything, you know, going to church and interacting and being in groups and things like that. I've done that for the most part, and there's a lot of good stuff coming out of that, but you have to have other avenues outside of what you've done up to this point, because what you've done up to this point, it hasn't gotten you anywhere. There's no results from it. You know what I mean? You haven't been able to say, you know what, man, I've turned that corner, because you still struggle with whatever it is that you're struggling with. So, you know, having an extra outlet, you know, having people that, another thing is the support system that you have, man. That's crucial in trying to, you know, take that next step, man. And so, like I said, you know, we're here. You know, we're doing this because we want to, you know, give you the outlet, give you the avenue to be able to understand that, you know, there's people fighting the fight with you. At the same time, though, you know, I got my own struggles, but, you know, we can kind of work in unison and just kind of feed off each other. So that's been the great thing for me anyway.
Because a lot of people don't have any kind of support system. Sure. They don't have, even if they're married, even if they've got kids, like, if they were to talk about something like this, like, Dad, you don't need this shit.
Yeah.
Why are you reaching out to these people? I'm right here.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not that easy, man. It's the conversation that you will have with your spouse and your loved one, you know. Yes, you want to do that. You want to have that, you know what I mean? But you also have to understand that not everybody is built for the conversation that you want to have. Mm-hmm. Like for me, example, the trauma that I had to experience when I was young, being abused, you know, being neglected, you know, making poor decisions, whatever it is that got me to the point at 17, 18 to be incarcerated, you know, nobody's going to understand that unless they went through that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to close that door and say, you know what, no, you'll never understand. You don't know what I went through. I don't want to do that. What I want to do is be transparent and break it down to you and give you the game on how everything came to be. And in that way you make your own decision. You know what I mean? You know, I'm 48 years old now. Whatever I did at 17, 18 does not reflect what I'm doing at 48. Right. You know, it shouldn't, right? At least for me, it shouldn't, right? But at the same time though, I'm prepared for it. Like I know people are gonna have these questions. I know people are intrigued by it somewhere. And so I gotta kind of let off on that and kind of open up a little bit more, man.
Yeah, I agree. Well, this was another episode. Just want to make sure that if you are dealing with something or just need to talk to somebody or just want to vent, we're more than welcome to listening. You can reach us at the email in our profile. And if you want to join the conversation, let us know. We'd be happy to have you. Peace.